Yo, peace, peace. You coolin' with the completest, my brother Spawn Prince. Yeah, it's been a minute, man, but we definitely got some news and we got some hard to show you, and we gonna have a few discussions. You know what I'm saying? That can liven up this little video. You feel me? Some stuff that I feel needs to be addressed. Some reviews, things like that. You know how we do. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, and you?
Staying out the way, man. Staying out the way. School year almost over. It's starting to
Man,
get a little warm. You know what I'm saying? It's getting there. It's getting there.
it's
I
getting
feel like
there.
it's going to be a very eventful summer, especially for us. I feel like it's going to be a very eventful summer, man.
I feel like it's gonna be an eventful summer in far as like film, television, just like the that media aspect. Because I don't feel the same way about my books. Um,
Man,
reason I don't
I,
feel
I
that way about my books is I let pretty much my entire pool go. I dropped everything aside from Saga,
mm,
which most of y'all know. I said I feel like it's the greatest comic book of all time at this point. Of course, y'all know I still collect all my spawns and read everything that has to do with Spawn, but I let everything else go. Nightwing, Batman, Darth Vader, everything, Harley Quinn, everything that was a good read. It just seemed like it was on a decline with them changing artists,
mm,
changing writers, going into new story arcs and stuff. It was just like this is either boring or we've been here before. You know, when
yeah,
it's like I look at through, I'm looking through a book and I'm like, oh well, this is just some recycled New 52. I'm not interested in it. You know, the X-Men seem like they have the most interesting thing going on right now, but that's only because
definitely.
it's basically a reboot, which we all know was coming. You know,
Yeah,
we just knew that. You know, with Fall of X coming, we knew that was going to be a reboot because you got that single selection of people that just felt like it was a bad idea to do Akrakoa and Krakoa and they trying to get along with the villains and all this, that, and the other. We already knew that. Like I told you last time we talked, that Xavier was a damn villain, as well as Beast. And I
yeah,
told you this. They were
yeah.
villains, you know. Like, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, when you really think about it, what X-Men hasn't been a villain at one point in
Being a
time?
villain, exactly.
Yeah,
Everybody has
which
been a villain at least once.
I mean, the only one I can probably think of off the top of my head is Colossus.
Or
That's
Kitty
it.
Pride, and I believe she's been mind controlled before.
Yeah, Colossus is the only one I think you can genuinely be like, oh, he's never been a villain. But
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him be a villain either.
never, you know. So it's like, okay, but who really talks about Colossus aside from Omar? You know, it's like when you think of X-Men, Colossus don't really pop in a lot of people's brain. Um,
No, I mean he is one of the originals. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right. He isn't the
he's an
first
original
person
X-Men
or one of
Gold.
the first characters.
He's an original X-Men Gold. Um,
Yeah.
I am excited to read that Green Arrow is getting ready to come out. I have no interest in this new Spider-Man event. Because it's just another
Mm.
Spider Verse. I have no interest in this Carnage because it's another Carnage verse. I have no interest in this Venom. And y'all know I love me some Venom. I love Venom. He is my favorite Marvel character. And we
But
going
let me
back
say,
into Venom
no, no,
verse.
wait, man. The Venom is decent right now. It's decent right now. I ain't gonna say it's mid or shitty, but it's decent right now.
The event that we going into is just another. I feel like, and this is my honest opinion because I'm not reading it. I feel like this Carnage and Venom and Spider-Man tie-ins, all tie-ins together with this being a Spider-Verse, Venom-verse, Carnage-verse, like all three collaborations for all three verses. It's just a way to
Yeah.
bring back Null.
Bring back Noah. Yeah,
That's
we
all I
already
feel
know
like
that
it
that's
is.
probably gonna be the end game. Yeah, that's gonna
That's all.
probably be
That's
the end
all I
game.
feel it is. Is like Null had such an impact the year he came out with Venom and the King in Black run and how everybody loved it and stuff. It was like, oh, this is just
And they
another
want
way
to
to
make
bring
and
back
they
that.
and they want to put him on film, so that makes even more sense that they want to bring
Is
him back
is
in a
no
big way. You know what I
is no
mean?
different than the Dawn of the DC. It was like all they want to do is just bring back Batman Who Laughs. That's all they want to do. They just want to build that up and bring back Batman Who Laughs because he was impactful and a lot of people like him, a lot of people care for him. So they like, damn, we should never got rid of this character. Like that's
And
it.
since DC and all this little multiverse, they done already kind of given each verse a title. You know, they're making what is it called? Is it called Death Verse or something like that? Whatever. The one with
Dark
all of the dark.
Dark
Okay, they
Multiverse.
they yeah, they starting to like, you know what I'm saying, making that in main continuity. Like I don't think that's going anywhere. At least not for a while, you know. And then you have things like Night of Steel, the Elseworld, you know what I'm saying, tales, and it kind of seems like they trying to, you know, these Elseworld tales like its own verse. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like it to me. Like it
I
seems like
like
that's what they're trying to do. But
I like
I
that
kind of like
DC.
it. But the thing is, it be the writers. They be changing writers, and that's a risk,
I
man.
kinda like DC Elseworld stuff, but I just be feeling like the writers oversell it or they don't put enough effort behind it, like Marvel do with the What If stuff,
Yeah, I
or
agree.
like
I
what
agree
Marvel
with that.
did with the 2099 stuff. Like I just think Marvel did a better
Hmm.
job with their Elseworld stuff than DC did. But speaking of DC,
Yeah, I agree.
y'all know I still read and collect.
Yeah,
Not on
my
my pull, but I still grab something. If you haven't read
man.
this milestone 30th anniversary, I would tell y'all to go pick it up. You get everything in this book. You get some hardwire, you get some icon, you get some static, you get some rocket, you get blood syndicate. They're all in this book. The entire milestone
It's
universe is in
definitely
here. Um,
it's
and
definitely been a good year for black content.
I'm looking forward to them mixing this universe with the main DC universe to a degree. Because my thing is the last time they tried to do it, they didn't even use everybody. They used Icon like to the point to where he was really the only one because he was that people say he was a Superman clone. So they had him on Young Justice. They also had Rocket on Young Justice. So they used them, but that was about it. They had Static Shock for a
Yeah,
little bit in Batman Beyond. Of
yeah,
course, he had his own show, but it's like if you're gonna use them, use them. Use Blood Syndicate. Like
right.
Blood Syndicate has a very good storyline behind it. I think people
I,
like
I,
it.
I listen.
Same
I
thing
don't
for
know what the fuck
Hardwire.
DC is doing
Because
over there.
Hardwire, listen, if they merge this universe and they give us this Steel run and Hardwire ain't in it, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
gonna be upset. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all gonna reboot Steel and not incorporate Hardwire in that, I'm gonna be upset because people don't even know the first two ongoing major Steel series were written under the Milestone tablet. It was written under Milestone before it went to DC, and the only reason it went to DC is because of his S on his chest. So they was like, "Oh, he's a Superman, so we got to incorporate him with Superman."
The
But his
Superman. Yeah,
yeah, but his first actual two like ongoing series were under Milestone, which was fine. But
yeah.
if you're gonna use him, put him in there. Like, see you later.
That
We
that be my issue with DC in general. You know what I mean? They like this. If you think about just characters that they came out with in the last half decade, like Sideways, somebody that we really were interested in, invested in, and then they just said, "Fuck it, cancel it." Like what in the hell?
DC
Like
and y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing being a DC fanboy. Y'all know I don't pull my punches. Like how some of y'all do with Marvel or whatever y'all a fan of. I ain't pulling no punches. DC backwards as hell with they shit because I get Batman as the cash cow. Batman gonna bring in y'all the money, but y'all so focused on tunnel vision with Batman and Superman that we just not getting a new Green Lantern series that we ain't seen Green Lantern in 4 to 3 or 4 years now.
yeah, we really
We ain't
ain't got
seen
had a
Green
good run. I
Arrow
mean,
in about 3 years.
JoJo JoJo was
Green Arrow
cool.
in been
That
about
series
three
was all
years.
right.
It's like y'all was like, let's push Harley Quinn more than Green Arrow and Green Lantern. Like, did y'all
I think
not?
Green Arrow is actually coming out with a series next month.
Yeah, it's a limited 6 part series, limited. But my point is, it was like
Oh, okay.
y'all decided to push Harley Quinn. Did y'all not remember what Neil Adams did for the Green Lantern and Green Arrow series? Like, isn't there a compendium of this? Isn't there omnibuses of these series? Like, Doom, Green Arrow, and both Green Lantern got both Bronze and Silver Age runs that are like legendary. Where does Harley Quinn stuff
Yeah,
come from? Don't get me wrong, Harley Quinn is a
they
good
man, they've
character,
been
but
on it,
like,
right? You know, I'm telling you, they choose these cats. Even though, and people know I love Harley. Harley is my girl. You know
right?
what I'm saying?
DC don't take risks, man. DC don't take risks
They
with their
risk the
characters.
dumb way. They risk the dumb way. Like they risk it
Marvel was
all
like,
stupidly.
Marvel set up and was like, Shang-Chi, go for it.
Yeah,
Eternals, let's do that. DC is sit over there and was and have good characters was like Green Lantern. Let's push Batman. Let's put some more Batman out here. They literally Green Lantern was right there in their face. They was like, "How about Batman though? What's going on in that? What's going on in Gotham?" They don't take the risk. They don't take the risk, and then when they do take the risk, they oversell it. Do you know how many times I saw that Blue Beetle trailer when it got announced? You couldn't go on
Mhm.
nothing on the internet without seeing a Blue Beetle trailer. Every
That is a
YouTube ad
fact.
was a Blue Beetle trailer. Every single ad was a Blue Beetle trailer. I'm like, dog, we done seen more Blue Beetle than we done seen of Ant-Man and Wasp with the Quantum Burst and Guardians of the Galaxy. We done seen more Blue Beetle trailers than them. I'm
Bro,
like,
we have
dog,
seen
y'all
more
serious?
Blue Beetle than we have seen Static Shock in forever.
My thing behind it is
More Blue
like,
Beetle.
bruh, y'all pushing Blue Beetle, and it's like, ain't he the same level as Shang-Chi? How many people know who Blue Beetle is? Who
Not,
knows Blue Beetle?
not a lot.
Because for a Marvel
A lot. Not
fan,
a lot.
for a Marvel fan that don't follow DC or haven't been following DC from like the Bronze Age of when Blue Beetle got introduced, like around that Bronze Age, Silver Age time, when he was before he
Mhm.
had the scare up and he was just the guy with the gun, like Ray Palmer, I think his name was,
Yeah. Yeah.
or was no Ray
OG.
Palmer was the Atom. I forgot what the first Blue Beetle name was. When he had the Blue Beetle mobile and stuff like the car, he was essentially just
I
a
know, yeah, he had a whole different. Yeah, he was like a scientist. Yeah, he was. Yeah,
yeah, he was like a scientist. My thing with that is like when you think of that, it's like nobody people just gonna look at this as like, oh, DC just copied Iron Man. They just copied Iron Man. He just instead of him building his suit came from outer space. And his suit can morph and do stuff based off his imagination. So he's Iron Man mixed with Green Lantern.
yeah.
That's how they're gonna view him and chop that up. Period.
You know
Because don't
how
nobody know who
people
he
are.
is. Nobody know who the hell that is.
That, and that's why I was saying earlier, like not earlier. I said this like a month ago on one of my posts. Like this nigga barely has any runs. You feel me? And he only has like let's say like 3 runs. You know what I'm
Really no
saying? And one of them
content.
is not even finished. And one of them's not even finished.
No
Like that's
content
why I
from him.
was.
Somehow y'all was like, let's
But they
push that over giving Green Lantern a new movie. With all the CGI and stuff we got now, they was like, no Green Lantern. We still don't have a new
listen. They
Superman.
could do it.
Y'all want to give us
I would have wanted to see that shit.
y'all gonna give us a Flash movie. Don't get me wrong, the Flash movie looks good, trailer wise. Y'all gonna give me a Flash movie, but we don't have a Superman. And I don't care what
And the
anybody.
thing,
Yes, Batman is the cash cow. DC stands for Detective Comics. That's fine. But when you think of comics, period,
yeah,
when you think of the Godfather of comic books, nobody comes to mind before Superman. Period. Nobody comes to mind
back,
before Superman. I don't care who you want to
back.
bring up. I don't care who you want to bring up. I don't care how overpowered he was, how he got nerfed, same villain story. I don't care about nothing that you can say bad about him. When you think of comics, you always gonna think of Superman. He got more copies and clones than anybody, bar none.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
DC owns
That
him.
boy's the standard.
He is the standard.
Mm-hmm.
He is the Michael Jordan of comic books. Hate him or love him. yet we don't have a new one. Y'all did not recast him at all.
At least not.
Y'all couldn't use old boy from the Supergirl or Lois and Clark.
I don't understand what they be doing in them offices, dog. Like I really be over here confused as fuck. Like about what they be doing, what their plans are, because they can even explain it to us. Even when
Marvel,
James Gunn told us about his plans, it really wasn't no real plan.
Marvel gave us the blue. Marvel, that's what I'm so upset about with my company, man. Marvel gave us the blueprint. Even with Guardians of the Galaxy, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like, oh, we just came off of Thanos, Warlock. It's like DC is like Flashpoint. We're gonna give y'all Michael Keaton. Flashpoint. We're gonna go ahead and give y'all. We're gonna give y'all Michael Keaton, and we're gonna give y'all 2 Flash. For whatever reason, it's 2 Flash.
They better throw Terry in there. There better be 3 Batman, and I better see Terry McGinnis. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, my thing is, we don't even know who the main villain is. We saw Steppenwolf. I'm like, so how we gonna have a Steppenwolf scene in here? No Superman. So we just gonna copy and paste the clip or something? Like, we got Zod. I'm like, we got the fight in the invasion with Zod, no Superman. And everybody like, oh, well, it's a different timeline. Superman wasn't in that timeline. It was Supergirl. I'm like, bruh. All right, cool. We could spin that. Who the main villain, though? Is y'all saying Zod or Steppenwolf is this the main villain? Because if it's Flashpoint, shouldn't Zoom be the main villain?
Yeah, hopefully it's strong. Like that's what I'm saying. Hopefully that is who is the villain. If not, I'm gonna be confused.
It's multiverse. Do we get to see a Green Arrow in there somewhere? Is they gonna spend some of the people from the CW? They gonna spend some of them in there? I'm just saying, like, I don't know. On the thing, it looks good, but I felt the same way about Endgame. Endgame trailer was like, dang, this shit looked like it's gonna be fire. Y'all, it was 3 hours long. I'm there for it, and I got there for it, and I was like, 2 hours of this was ass. It was nothing. This was pointless. This was a waste of my time. This was a waste of my time and my money. And now it's like, oh, the end game is like, oh, this movie wasn't good until the end. That's how I'm looking at Flashpoint right now, bro. That's how I'm looking at that.
Hey, I will say that Infinity War was better than Endgame. 100%.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't care for neither one of the first two. You hold me on record saying that. I didn't care for neither one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love them.
I didn't like the team. I thought the team was trash. I thought the movies was trash. I thought the books was trash. I didn't care for Guardians of the Galaxy. They was like Doom Patrol. I was like, don't nobody give a damn about Doom Patrol. Who the fuck give a care about Guardians of the Galaxy? Stop this shit. Stop it.
No respect for Star-Lord, man.
No, stop it. For the Star, stop it. Star-Lord, bro.
Those hate though, my nigga, man.
Going to the universe like that, bro. You could have gave me Nova a long time ago.
Man, listen, especially when they gave us Nova Corps. Like they, you know what I'm saying? They gave us Nova Corps. You know what I'm saying? Like they gave it to us. I don't know why they didn't give us. You know what I'm saying? Like Richard Rider, bro, something. You know what I'm saying? Then they destroyed. You know what I'm saying? The fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I just thought Guardians of the Galaxy was a bad idea, just like I thought Doom Patrol was, and Umbrella Academy. I was like, don't nobody care about none of this stuff, bro. Granted, some of it was good shows, or is good or decent for what it is. That's fine. But now it's like Guardians of the Galaxy. This new one looks like it's better than Flash. And everybody like, oh, we got a new person in over the head of DC, and they don't know. I'm like, bro, this looked like the same shit. This looked like some old Snyder cut shit, bro. It looked like the same shit.
Yeah,
no different.
Yeah, I don't see no like. I mean, I can always, you know what I'm saying, theorize, you know what I'm saying, to come up with some shit that they could do, you know what I'm saying, to branch off from what he gave us. But overall, though, I don't really see their plan. You know what I mean?
They could have just went on
like
and copied
it feels like this is.
Listen, Marvel started taking their blueprints and copying some of their comic books back in the day. They should have just went on and started copying their movies. DC should have just been like, okay, cool. Let's do a Superman movie. All right, let's do a Batman movie. Then we're gonna do a Wonder Woman. Now we got our Trinity. Now let's add everything in there, and let's get some Green Lantern in there, and let's add Flash in here, Aquaman, and then we're gonna bring all of them together, and we're gonna do Justice League, and we're gonna do it where Brainiac is invading, and they gotta save everybody from his invasion. It's like they have everybody like, hey, didn't Avengers do that? Like, yeah, they absolutely did. They absolutely did. They been could have set it up. They just didn't
Listen,
want to.
and the problem is like I don't care though. Like they can do that shit. They can use the same formula and just keep it dark. You don't got to use the exact same formula, but use the formula that Marvel using and keep your side of it. Like keep it dark. I would still go see the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I would still go watch it 100%, and it might be dope as fuck. Some of the shit might even be
Man,
better than the MCU shit. Like just do it. Give the
DC,
people what they want. Shit.
y'all, I'm a Batman guy. Y'all know I'm a Batman guy. I am a Batman guy. I will go on every post like, oh, but can he beat Goku? Absolutely, with prep time. I'm that guy. I will, and I argue you down. Like I am that guy. But DC is like, they be like, oh, you're dropping from the Batman role. You don't want to play Batman in movies no more. You're it. You're the guy. Batman. Advertise it. They cast
And
that
then give
dude
us a
so quick,
realistic
bro.
Batman. Right, and then give us a realistic Batman.
They cast
Like
Batman
what
so
what the
quick.
fuck is realistic Batman?
That
What the
and
fuck is
listen,
a
and
realistic
nobody
Batman?
can sell me nobody can sell me that Christian Bale was the best Batman or any of that, or sell me on no Dark Knight movie, because y'all did not like the Dark Knight movies because of Christian Bale. Y'all like the Dark Knight trilogy because of the three villains: Ra's al Ghul, Scarecrow, Joker, and Bane. That is why y'all like the Dark Knight trilogy. Y'all did not be like, oh, they cast Christian Bale. Yes, no,
Right,
absolutely not.
fuck out
That
of here.
was not
I
no,
don't care what nobody says.
no.
I don't care what nobody says.
And I know this because it's the same thing with me with Avengers. I did not care about the Avengers where I was like, ooh, they crashed who is Thor and they got who is Captain America. No, I didn't care about none of that. It was like, oh, Thanos. That's it. I kept up with that because
Hmm.
I wanted to see Thanos. No other reason. I followed it. I kept up with it, and I liked it because of that. That and Ultron.
Hmm.
That was it.
And
Ultron
then
and Thanos.
I
That was
just
my selling points.
and before we get into these unveiling of these halls, man, people need to understand as well. Like if there was if movies actually got chances to be redone, you know what I'm saying? Recreated for a director's cut, you know what I'm saying? If that actually was like a thing, you know what I mean? Do you know how many movies would get retries? You know what I'm saying? And how much a waste of money that would be? Now, I'm bringing this up to make a point. We have the sequel for I Am Legend coming out. You know what I mean? And they're using the alternate ending. You know what I'm saying? To continue the story. This is the first time I've ever heard this happen in my life. This is like, I mean, people correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like the first time in history type shit. And
No,
there's
they
nothing
did it.
wrong.
No, they did it with
Did they
X Men.
do this before? They did it with X Men.
They did
They
it with
used
X
the
Men doing the which one was the one, the Days of Future Past X Men. So when we had the one ended in theaters, but when it went to DVD, there was the Rogue edition, where in the movie,
yeah, you
in the theater
right.
movie,
Damn.
they
Have
used
you?
Mystique's DNA. They used Mystique DNA to create the Sentinels and do everything and stuff like that. But in the DVD, they changed it to where it was Rogue, and it changed a good majority of it. But yeah, they
Hmm.
redid it, but that was when it came to
Okay.
DVD.
Either way, it's a rarity. You know what I'm saying? It's rare
It
that
is.
this type of shit is done.
Oh
And
no, no.
for
Terminator Salvation. They did the same thing that with that on DVD as
they
well.
did do yeah they did do that. Yeah, they did do that. I just when we talk about like movies doing director's cuts, you know, now a lot of people would say no, they should just get it done and get it right the first time. I partially agree, but when you have that's why things like DVD sales and you know what I'm saying just other sales besides the box office is important because it keeps that money flow and keeps room for other things to be done. You know what I'm saying? Besides just waiting for the numbers to come back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there are things that this it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. I do feel like movies should be able to if it didn't get a good good feedback. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like they should be able to redo it in a director's cut like they have in the past. But I do also feel like that could be a problem because if you know that you could get a retry, you know what I'm saying, of the film, motherfuckers won't will probably not go full effort the first time if you get what I mean. You know what I'm saying? They be like, I could do it again. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't get received right. You know what I'm saying? Some people think like that. It's unfortunate, but you get my point. But
Neither one of the Justice
my
Leagues,
whole
neither one of the Justice Leagues was received right by me. I ain't, it was like, what the fuck?
hey nah. I feel the same way. Like there was moments I feel like in the Justice League movie, you know what I'm saying, that I like, but as a movie, it wasn't good. Both of them, I still feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because not only did you redo it, you changed the designs of major characters in the movie, and you know what I'm saying, made him look worse. You know what I'm saying, and then you add plot to the movie. You know what I'm saying that still doesn't change anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just a waste of time. It was just a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you know, but
Trans
it was a visual. It was visually pleasing.
the new Transformers
Definitely
look good.
visually pleasing.
But this is why I tell y'all
That
about
shit
them
looks amazing.
Transformers looks amazing. That is
That shit looks
that
dope
is
as
an
fuck.
upgrade from what we got with Bumblebee, the Bumblebee movie. This is an upgrade.
Hmm.
That looks amazing.
Even though that was the best Bumblebee design, though, in my
That
opinion,
was the best Bumblebee design in his own movie, absolutely. But this new Transformers looks phenomenal. I can't wait.
it looks
That
great.
that out of any trailer that I've seen, I'm picking that over Flash and Blue Beetle personally. It's like, oh, and Guardians
Hmm.
of the Galaxy. It's like I'd rather see that. Of
They
course,
gave
they
us the
saw the
teaser for that King Kong scene, the King Kong
the
versus Godzilla
teaser for
sequel.
the King Kong Zilla, and it was like we got what looks like another Kong sitting on the throne. I'm like, I don't know, because y'all know I'm
This
a
shit look
big
dope.
kaiju monsterverse guy. I'm a
Yeah,
huge Godzilla fan, and I'm like, I get that the only thing y'all can do with that is like Godzilla won again the Kong versus movie. So now y'all just got to do the team up, which I'm cool with. And I feel like in the team up, I feel like Kong most likely gonna outshine Zilla because
I think that it's gonna be the setting is gonna definitely be in Inner Earth though. I think that a lot of the movie is gonna be in
it
you know where
absolutely is because that's
Kong
where they left. That's
live.
where they left it
Yeah,
off of. That's where they left it off at. They
yeah.
absolutely have to put it in there. And I feel like within putting it in there, maybe it's a reboot. Maybe they're gonna probably bring back like King Ghidorah, stuff like that, because they had the King Ghidorah was using his like brain
Hmm.
for the Mecha
His
Godzilla in the
his
movie
brain, his
and
likeness, his
DNA and stuff.
consciousness.
So I feel like it's a
Hmm.
reboot, but I absolutely think that because it's not a versus movie, that Kong is gonna get his shine. Like he's about to really like
Yeah.
get his a big moment of his shine because I love Godzilla, but I don't think Godzilla worked well really with others aside from Mothra.
Right, right, right.
Like so
And that Mothra shit was more of a like part like
that was a ooh,
it
we
was
got
like a
something that's
weird ass
flying.
relationship.
Yeah, it was like ooh, it's flying, and the only reason we're doing that is because Rodan is here, and it was like so we need the two flyers. It was like okay, I guess.
And let's be real though. And let's be real though, man. Gojira, you know what I'm saying, is OP as fuck. You know what I mean?
They
If
gonna
you
bring him
go
back
to his
because
content.
a lot of people forget that when King Ghidorah died, well, okay, there was the three phases of him. When he first showed up, he had two heads. He died. He came back. He had 3. When he died again, he came back. He had 3, but one of them was metal. They called him Mecha Gyrodora. So I'm feeling like they're gonna do the Mecha Gyrodora, but I felt like that's where they was gonna go. But then they showed me fucking Darkseid sitting in the chair in Inner Earth. I was like, what the fuck is goddamn Darkseid in fucking Apocalypse? Like, tell me that. Tell anybody go back and watch it and tell me that don't look like Darkseid. He leaning forward and shit, looking at him like with the eyes glowing red. Tell me it didn't look like Darkseid.
I thought of a Menace. First thing I thought of was, man, this nigga Reach is crazy. How King Kong gonna fuck with that Reach, nigga? That's what I thought of. Man. That's the first thing I thought of.
I'm always curious about the Zilla movies and the kaiju movies, just in general. So that and Transformers right now got my attention. SARS
Unicron.
Huh?
They showed us Unicron, bro. They showed us Unicron.
We got listen to me. Listen, as a comic book fan, as a Transformers fan, as a Marvel fan, because yes, I do like Marvel. I do like both. I prefer DC over Marvel, but I like both. Listen, people, as a comic book fan, I am pleased that Unicron is here. I'm overly excited about it. But y'all got to understand, as a comic fan, I'm also disappointed because it's like we got Unicron. Mind y'all, Transformers is IDW. We got Unicron before we got Galactus in a Marvel movie.
Yeah. That is an interesting point, my friend. It's always about rights, bro. It's always the rights that fuck everything up.
We got all this CGI, all this modern age technology, and all this modern age stuff. Yeah, we got Unicron before Galactus. Mind you,
that's crazy,
the
bro.
Marvel Universe has been set basically off-world in outer space in like Asgard, Nova Corps, Guardians of the Galaxy. We've been off-world for how long now? We've been off-world since Age of Ultron. We have been off-world since Age of Ultron, bro. We have been off-world since Age of Ultron. Like Civil War was our last on-world thing. Everything else had to do with out. Everything else had to do with out after Civil War. And we went out there and we have still yet to get a Silver Surfer or a Galactus. And I know people is at this point is like, well, you can't have them without the Fantastic Four. Fuck that. Y'all might as well just give them to me now.
I mean, might as well.
That's how I say it, but that's how I feel about that. Fuck that. Y'all might as well.
And the thing is, people got to understand as well. I do kind of respect everything going in linear order. You know what I'm saying? Like by when they came out. You know what I mean, in comic book form. But we have to understand this is the cinematic universe. You can create time skips back or forward, and you can implement and you can put characters into the film whenever you want.
For the people that say that,
you just have to. The story just has to make sense. That's all.
We can't have them without the Fantastic Four. Y'all do know Black Panther's first appearance was in a Fantastic Four book, right?
Yeah, and he whooped their ass.
We got Black Panther. We got Black Panther in the cinematic universe without Fantastic Four. Just saying.
Yeah, so that kind of shut down y'all argument right there.
We had Captain America was in the movie. Captain America was in the movie fighting against Loki's army when Captain America is not an original Avenger. We didn't get Giant Man or Ant-Man until Civil War, who is an original Avenger. For the people that don't know, Giant Man was an original Avenger. So I don't want to hear that linear story. Y'all can cut that out because y'all could have been that did that. The moment Thanos went in outer space and all that, the moment we got rid of Thanos, y'all could have instantly gave us Galactus. Because y'all, here's the setup. Y'all snapped and put everything back to normal. That means because they show us that in Infinity War, or no, Endgame. They show us an Endgame where it was like, oh, the planet has more resources, more food, and all that for 5 years. It's been like the world was like that for 5 years, and the world was better. It was better. Y'all snapped it and put it back to shit. And as soon as it went back to shit, that could have been the ticket right there. Like, here comes Silver Surfer. Like, hey, yo, this planet is fucked up. Or Galactus want it. He want this. He need this because it's shit. Because y'all put it back to shit. When it was good and it was prosper and it was like he probably didn't have his eyes on it, it was like, I don't care about that. They straight. But y'all put it back to shit. It's like, oh, it's a dying world. I'm about to go eat that. Might as well go eat that anyway. Y'all could have been gave us Galactus. Y'all have reason that the story was something simple. Nah.
It could work, definitely.
Somehow y'all decided to use Kang because y'all want to reboot shit. Okay.
I kind of feel like, especially now, especially since we have been through all these phases, they can go any direction they want now in the hierarchy. They don't have
then
to, you know what I mean?
Why are y'all giving us Warlock then?
Well, this is my thing, because they giving us the high revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? High evolutionary, and he is kind of, in a way, you know what I'm saying, connected to Galactus. You know what I mean? And we can get. That's how I know that Galactus is coming. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of when.
Which Kang is superior to both of them in every way. It's like that's it's a downgrade at that point, bro. Y'all gave us Kang already, bro. You gonna bring in a dude that's a downgrade from him? Kang is in-game level.
Yeah.
Like, and I know people probably sitting there like, no, he's not. No, he's not. Y'all don't. That's because y'all haven't read it. Kang is Thanos. Kang is Dr. Doom level. Kang is Thanos level. Kang is up there. Y'all got to understand this man's name is the Conqueror. In different timelines, he's already beaten Thanos. In different timelines, he's already conquered the universe. In different timelines, he's done it all. Like, y'all gave us one of the somebody that should have been last. Like, somebody where it was like, you know what? This is the Marvel Cinematic Universe's final run. Here's Kang the Conqueror. Y'all gonna give me the High Revolutionary and Galactus? It's like, nah, it's at a point where it's like it's a downgrade. This is actually
they kind of give it. But this is what I'm saying. Kang gonna come back though. You know what I mean? And you know, and we still have to get that multiversal war. You know, we got Immortus. You know what I'm saying? We got the Kang Council. You know what I mean? But they can still be an in game level event.
They're gonna give us that. They're gonna give us Eternals. They're gonna give us more Eternals. They're gonna give us more Eternals.
And Celestial. And Celestial.
Yep, we gonna see more of them again.
It's about, but my whole thing is I get it. But me and you get it. We understand that it might not be as impactful as it was in the comics. But as a cinematic universe, though, it can be done. It can be done right.
Secret Wars. I get that the Secret Wars TV show might be setting up the Squirrels, which is fine, and the Kree, which is also fine. But with Secret Wars, this is y'all chance. This is y'all one opportunity to introduce Galactus, Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four, X-Men, because y'all got the rights to these people. This is y'all chance to introduce those people if y'all plan on keeping this cinematic universe going. If y'all don't, it's like I can't think of anybody else y'all can possibly introduce because I just saw the poster for Kraven. Like, I'm like, ooh, Kraven getting a movie? Y'all gave Kraven a movie?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be rated R too. Yeah, and it's rated R.
My hopes for that is as high as it was for Morbius.
I like the actor though. I do fuck with the actor, but yeah, my expectations and anticipation for that is kind of low.
Cause it's Disney. At the end of the day, it's Disney. Y'all not gonna be able to do the same or replicate the same formula that DC did with the Joker, with Phoenix's Joker movie. Because DC had already laid that blueprint where they want to quote unquote be realistic and dark. That was fine. And that's why Phoenix was able to get over with that. Like doing a movie of a villain and winning over and getting Oscars and stuff for it versus this is Disney.
Mm-hmm.
This is Disney. I mean, besides from the cinematic universe, we still got the Star Wars universe, and I'm
Hey,
looking
they
forward
still
to.
go. Hey, they still embracing the fact that Spidey is a goat now. He's still cash cow. They ain't about to stop making Spider-Man movies no time soon. Not no time soon. We got the Madam Web movie coming out. We got Spider-Man 4 coming out. Man, listen. And we
And
got
then
the Into the Spider-Verse sequel coming out.
Miles Morales. Yep. My
Mm-hmm.
thing is,
Man, listen,
like I
Spidey
said,
ain't going nowhere.
I'm waiting on the Star Wars stuff now. And y'all hear me out. Listen, I know there's Star Wars fans, the completionist himself. Some of y'all are big Star Wars fans. I'm not.
Big.
I'm not a big one. I like Star Wars, but my thing with Star Wars is if it ain't no lightsabers involved, this shit boring. That's just me. Mandalorian is like one of the only exceptions. Personally, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but it ain't no lightsabers. Like I don't even care. Like y'all having these outer space air battles, these dog fights with the spaceships and stuff. I don't care about none of that shit. You know, I don't care about none of this regular ass
I
infantry
mean,
firefights.
it has been argued, you
No,
know what I'm saying, that things like Rogue One and Andor,
no,
you know what I'm saying, has been some of the best Star
them
Wars
basic
content.
ass.
I I feel like Rogue One is up there as one of the best Star Wars films, but Andor is not to me the best Star Wars series. But I do enjoy them though. I enjoy
They
Star Wars in
both,
general because I enjoy the politics.
they
The
both was
politics, you
passing.
know what I'm saying?
They both
Man,
was
dog
passing.
fights be dope, man. You tripping, man. You tripping.
No, they
Dog
don't.
fights be
Yes,
dope as
bro.
fuck.
I might as well just go watch the World War II movie then, bro. I might as well go watch a World War II or a
hey,
Vietnam movie.
hey, some of them sometimes those be the best parts of the movies,
I
man.
don't want to see that shit. I already got enough of that with that. Saving Private
I mean,
Ryan and Full Metal Jacket. I already got enough of that with that. And I got to sit here and watch you motherfuckers in outer space on other planets doing infantry fights. That's what we had
I
Starship
mean,
Troopers for.
it's called Star Wars.
I
You got to
had
have
Starship
war
Troopers for that, bro.
aspects.
I got Starship Troopers
Hey,
for that, bro. They was fighting
Starship
big ass
Troopers ain't
bugs.
give us dog fights. They ain't give us
You
dog
right.
fights though.
They gave
I,
us big ass bugs that was snapping niggas in half.
man, listen, man, you got me talking against one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever, man. Chill.
All
I
right.
love Starship Troopers, man. Chill out.
If it ain't no lightsabers, I'm not there for it. I'm not fully there for it. So
I
when they
feel
start
you,
talking about
man.
High Republic, Old Republic, and all that, a lot of those movies that they listed is like y'all got to understand that the Sith Empire ruled the galaxy for over
Yeah,
12, 1500 something plus years
they
before the
coming out with that
Jedi
Acolytes
came up.
TV show too. That's
Yeah.
gonna show a lot of the history of the Sith too.
So I'm looking forward to that. Just like I'm looking forward to the Dooku thing when they showed the origin of Dooku when he was actually under Yoda. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking forward to all of that. But some of those Star Wars movies is like kind of got me like, mm, listen, man. I don't even at this point. Listen, I don't even care about the casting. I know some of the Star Wars people gonna worry about that and care about it. I don't, cause like I actually like my man's that played Kylo Ren. He was straight. I ain't had no gripe with that. But listen, once Bang, once you start talking about High Republic and Old Republic, now you talking about Darth Bang, and you talking about Darth Raven. I just want them to look right. Just make them look the part. That's it. I don't care who you cast for the part. Just make them when Raven has on his mask and his hood and stuff, just make him look Raven. Make it where I can identify him and know that is Raven. After that, I don't care. That's all I ask. I don't care after that. I honestly don't. I'm gonna be like, whatever. I so my only other thing is Ahsoka needs to go down the dark side like she's supposed to. That's it. If y'all don't put her on her damn, fuck that. Put her on her correct path. Damn it. Put her on her correct path. She becomes a Sith Lord when she turns red. Put her on her path. Okay? If she at the end of her own series, if she in her own series, better under her own series, don't become evil, I'm done. I'm out. All right, I'm out. I'm out. I'm just saying. Ahsoka becomes a Sith Lord. Put her down her correct path. Okay? Put her down her path. Make her evil. Make her skin red like she was when she was a Sith Lord. Put her down her correct path. Cut that crap out. All right? Stop it. Your fan messing you up. Your fan messing you up. He's a Peter vigilante. So he wildcat, but he doing what Peter's supposed to do. Gotcha.
But and he ended up coming in contact with one in issue 3. And it was a good run, man. A good little run. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to finish the issue. And I'm starting to use your philosophy, man. I give the series 3 chances. The first 3 issues. If it sucks after that, I did
It's the philosophy is good because you got to think about when it's a mini series. If it's like it's 6 books, y'all got to get there.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all ain't got there by
Yeah.
book 3, it's like where y'all going? Y'all didn't gave me 6
Right.
books and y'all ain't got there. Y'all just not getting there. Book 6, I ain't gonna be there to find out. Then like that's stupid to me. That's why and with when it's a 12-book series, you got to give it like maybe 3 or 4. It's like get there though.
Everybody knows I was very excited for this comic book series because I'm a huge fan of Wesley Snipes.
I was really looking forward to getting that myself.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give it 3 issues. It's only the first issue. You know what I'm saying? I was disappointed in this one, but it could do better going along. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll give it 2 more issues. But my whole problem was there was no smoothness, there was no consistency in the writing. And honestly, I don't that it was I'm not gonna say it was Wesley Snipes' fault. I mean it's his fault for publishing it and putting it out like this, but it wasn't really his fault because I don't think he actually wrote it. Now he probably wrote it and had it edited, you know what I mean? But either way it goes, the shit just was not fluent at all. It was the illustrations with the dialogue wasn't matching sometimes. Like you would turn to the next page and it's a whole different scenario and you think like, damn, did the conversation end? Like what the fuck just happened? You feel me? And you just be like what just happened? Like I was trying to get the gist of the conversation, the plot, but you know, it just seemed like the plot just never got there. Like they wanted to have a cliffhanger at the end of this, but they ended up not giving us anything. You know what I'm saying? Not nothing. They gave us an antagonist, but they didn't give us no motive. They didn't give us no clue to a motive. They didn't give us anything. You know what I'm saying? They just gave us this. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give it a chance. 2 more issues. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I didn't. I was disappointed in that run, brother. And shit, you should still read it just so you can see what I mean.
Yeah, I'm still check it out. You already know I'm still do my thing with it and check it out. My recent reads consisted of, well, I showed y'all the 30th anniversary milestone. Of course, y'all know I picked up that One Bad Day Batman Ra's al Ghul.
That whole series coming home, dog. That's crazy to me. Great product,
Um
bro.
so I've been keeping up with that. Where is it at? Hold on. Cause like I told y'all, man, I dropped everything. Like I left everything go. Like um here they go. With that being said, because y'all know I can't leave my Hellboy. I still read my Hellboys. Y'all know I'm not gonna leave that alone. Y'all know I still read my Spawn stuff. Y'all know I'm not gonna leave Spawn and Hellboy alone. Huh?
It's like a whole different reboot, whole different actor.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine. I'm okay with that at this point with with my Hellboy stuff and all that. One thing I did want to touch on in news before we get up out of here was I was a big Marvel Ultimate Universe guy. Ultimate X-Men, of Ultimates, Spider-Man, all that. So now that we're doing that, they are redoing the Ultimate Universe. Apparently the maker got something to do with that, but they redoing the Ultimate Universe, which I'm okay with. I want to see how that.
Adam Bashir a part of the Ultimate Universe as well?
Yep. I want to just see how it goes because it is Hickman. So we're gonna see how that goes. My thing is also my other thing is where is it at? Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. It is where is it at? It's a 4-part miniseries, which ain't bad. That comes out. Did it have a date in here? It's supposed to be this year sometime. I don't know. Don't have a date yet. Or I don't see it. I'm probably overlooking it. But we also getting a new Black Panther, again, which I don't know how I'm feeling about that just yet, but I'll look into it and see. Yeah, I was feeling like they had some Moon Knight. He got like vibranium spear and like some ninja stars and stuff. I'm like, okay. Um, I'm not in there. They rebooting, they redoing Hulk again. No. Y'all know I'm a Hulk guy, but no.
Monsters, is that what that's saying about him?
Yep. Just
I mean, I'm
no.
always down for Hulk fighting some monsters.
My thing about it is I feel like y'all just trying to do what Al Ewing already did with it. And if y'all not trying to do like that, it's like then y'all should have just gave me Man Thing. Like if you want to go that right? Like I feel like y'all trying to redo Immortal Hulk, which was like kind of like a horror thing. But aside from those books, those ones, yeah. Aside from those books, my top reads. I read that Rorschach, Tom King. It was decent. It, listen, I love me some Watchmen. This was actually just out of 5 stars, I give it like a 2.5. It was decent. I felt like there was a lot of ongoing stuff and unnecessary stuff that was in here that didn't need to be. Honestly, it felt like there was things in that was put in here that was dragging, and it was like, I get it. Can we move on? Can we move past this? Like this is dragging, and it's dragging towards a point where now it's like it's annoying, you know.
You don't even want to
Um,
read it.
yeah, it's like I don't even want to read it now. It's like if y'all ever been around somebody, y'all holding a conversation, and then the moment they bring up a specific topic, it's like, here we go. This, oh my god, I don't want to talk about this. That's how this was. There was a lot of that in this. Okay, so
Kind of
I give it
felt
like a
that.
two five.
I kind of felt that way about this. Now,
Yeah,
I fuck with the action. I met Cullen Bunn. He is a decent dude. He a decent dude. I dig the horror. I do feel like the issues were a little short. I got all 3 issues,
I
but I
think that's
kind
a
of feel
Cullen
like it
Bunn
was a,
thing though.
yeah. I felt like that was something still in the children. I got a something still in the children vibe from this. You know what I mean? But I didn't see no plot or no clues. I need a hint. I need something. Y'all have to tell me something. Nothing just happens out of nowhere for no reason. Now, Cullen,
Nothing.
you gonna meet one day, brother. I dig the horror. I'm digging the illustration, and I'm digging the realism in your writing. But I need to know what is going on here. I need to know what is going on here, Cullen. Please tell me what is going on. I love it though. So I'm gonna continue the series, man. But you gotta show me and tell me. Shit. But that's all for me. Is that dark side?
It is
Oh, his grandson.
grandpa dark side, grandfather dark side. Listen here. This was a 5 out of 5 read.
Can't kill that, bro.
This was the best thing Tom King has written that I've read.
Yeah, Mr. Miracle is a good run. It is. It was slept on in my
This
opinion.
was the
The
best
first
thing.
Kino got me into that.
This was the best thing I read by Tom King. No exaggeration. This was so good. This was so good. This was a 5 out of 5 read. I can recommend it to people.
So
You can
creative.
reread it. It has a lot of potential for a reread. It was so good. It was like, oh, okay. And it was even more because it was Tom King, and y'all know how I feel about him. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I
it's Tom
agree.
King. Okay. I'm
It
like,
was
okay, it's Tom
a
King.
good read. Definitely.
So the fact that he gave me something good and worthwhile was like, yeah, all right. I need more of that. But then he
Yeah.
went off and started doing other stuff and didn't give me more of that. So yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Stop rushing that man. Stop rushing that man.
They pay
You
him
can
so
tell
much
when
money,
he's being
man.
rushed.
I feel like they rush him because they pay him so much. He is the most highest paid
Yeah.
comic writer right now.
I feel it, man. But stop rushing that, man. We can tell when he being rushed. And he not giving us quality content when he's being rushed.
My thing is, if y'all gonna pay him that money and do him like that, then put him back on Batman.
And keep him there.
Cause y'all right and keep him there because y'all got it. He's y'all best writer and y'all top paid writer, but he not writing y'all best character. Y'all got
Why y'all gotta write another shit?
that's not nothing against Chip
It's so
Zdarsky.
heavy.
Chip Zdarsky's doing a phenomenal job with Batman, but it's like
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I ain't trying to cut no ties. I'm trying to fuck your money up. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. We just saying, like we can use your skills on some of the other artists. You know what I'm saying? And keep the top selling on that motherfucker. So then it won't be all this bullshit flopping. You know what I'm saying? Keep the run. Shit, I don't mind. You know, and that makes that. This brings up a good point. Then we gonna get out of here. When I made the video, the podcast, comics versus mangas part two, when I was talking about how comic books can do the same shit that mangas do. You know what I'm saying? They can keep a story going for years and it will be the same one. It'll be on issue 1,000 something. You know what I'm saying? Why? I don't have no problem with them doing that. I'd rather them do that for some characters, especially the main ones that make the most money and has the biggest storylines. Do that shit for them. You know what I'm saying? Put the biggest writers on their asses and man, keep them writing. You know what I'm saying? At least we'll know the continuity behind it. You know what I mean? And there won't be all these BS debates. But I know that we live in a capitalist society. That's why they do it because they want to keep on making money and keep on selling all these bullshit ass comics. And they know that people like that collect is gonna buy it. That's why. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, it does not make no sense for them not to be doing that. You know what I mean? Put the best writer on the best selling goddamn character and get y'all other good writers and spread their asses out on other characters, man, so we stop getting fluff and bullshit.
But my thing behind that is also like really weird with the industry right now because if you look back at the Silver Age and you look back at like the Bronze Age and those time periods, Marvel and DC has switched to being back in like those time periods where Marvel got all these phenomenal ass artists. Because you think back in the day, Marvel had the artists, they had the George Perez's and the Neil Adams and stuff like that, and DC had the writers. But beforehand, when it was Silver Age, Marvel had the writers and DC had the artists. Then they switched, and now that's how it is right now. DC got all these good writers, terrible art. Marvel got phenomenal art, terrible storytelling.
Yeah, it's like it's getting to a point for Marvel because, like I said, I'm enjoying the current Avengers run right now. They're currently on issue 65. They started back in 2018. You know, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying a lot of the different creative ways that they're bringing in new characters and new ideas and designs and stuff like that. But they do have to really understand that they already was risking a lot, you know what I'm saying, by touching Thor's origin. You know what I mean? They was risking a lot by touching it. It's fine, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with it. I actually think that it was a decent idea. But y'all gonna have to come up with something new. You gonna have to stop tampering and retconning shit and actually come up with some new stuff on these characters, especially these OG characters. Marvel, like y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? These, like, I get it, y'all, but y'all have creative minds. Why y'all acting like y'all can't come up with, you know what I'm saying, a future for an Asgardian god? Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Y'all act like y'all have.
That's how I felt about DC. It was like, oh, y'all gave me Nightwing. Okay, good. Okay, y'all, it was something different aside from Batman. Fine. Y'all giving us these characters that we hardly ever use. Y'all giving us like, the Titans is about to be a thing now by Tom Taylor. Y'all giving us the Harley Quinn and stuff. Yeah. Y'all ain't giving me enough Static Shock.
At all. Mm-hmm. It's bullshit.
Just saying.
And it makes me really wonder, like, what the fuck is the heads doing up there? Like, what are the bosses doing up there? Are y'all actually doing any type of managing? Y'all doing any type of research?
I'm gonna leave on this note because my thing is with that, it was like I looked up and was like, we got Shadows of Dakota right now, which is Static Shocks, which is a 6-part series.
Yeah.
Y'all giving me that in 6 parts. Fine, cool. I like Static Shock. I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna read it. Y'all gave me Hardwire versus Icon, 6-part series. I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna read it. Cool. Y'all giving me a 12-issue Booster Gold series though?
Right, man. Come on, dude. Like, who gives a fuck about Booster Gold? Like, who really gives a fuck about Booster Gold? Nobody gives a fuck about Booster Gold. He's funny.
6-issue Static Shock. 6-issue Green Arrow. 12-issue Booster Gold.
It makes me feel like they trolling us. Like, in a way. Like, you have to like be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, I know that you got to get out of here, and I got to get some stuff done, man. I appreciate you being on the show, brother, unveiling for us and giving us the news. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all, go ahead and get in there, get in the comments, man, and tell me what y'all think about some of these runs that we done unveiled. If you done got into it, and tell us what you think about it. If you're just now getting hip and going to cop it, you know what I mean? But either way, love y'all, man. Appreciate you, brother, for stopping by. Remember to love your friends, love your family. Don't stress about the shit you can't control. Appreciate you, bro, man. Be safe out there, man.
Always.
Definitely.